So we were talking about this just before, about how much I enjoyed rewatching You've Got Mail as important research for this event, because your latest novel is a reimagining of that classic 90s rom-com, but instead with competing halal restaurants in a Muslim community in Toronto. It's so clever and so fun. The romance is so sweet, and Hana, our hero, she's such an inspiration. So I need to ask you about the source material, because there is a serious divide between the editors of Book Page, those who think You've Got Mail is great, and those who think that Joe Fox is terrible. I need to know where you're at. What are your feelings about this movie?
So what I was telling you before was that, one of the limitations of my first novel for years, I didn't know how to talk about it with others. And I realized that having that one sentence to kind of explain where you're headed is so necessary. So when I started with my second novel, I'll give you a little bit of the origin story. I was out for dinner with my husband in the spring of 2017. Remember when we could actually go out to restaurants? Like, that was so long ago. And we were celebrating my birthday. I had gotten an agent, but my book was kind of out on submission. My first novel, I Shot Last, and we were at a sort of upscale halal restaurant that serves some halal, meaning like it serves halal meat, but the cuisine was American style. So it was like burgers and ribs and, kind of like an upscale hipster halal type of place. And I was just telling my husband, when we were growing up in Toronto, look at how far our community has come. Like, this place never existed 15 years ago. And now my kids, they can have a halal cheeseburger anytime they want. They can just, like, there's so many different places. And so I got the idea for, wow, what about rival halal restaurants? And I immediately went to my kind of touchstone for rival anything, which is You've Got Mail. So the funny thing is, I also went back and I rewatched the movie, and the same thing kind of bothered me. I was just thinking, Meg Ryan's character, here she is, like, why doesn't she fought for her store, but she didn't, I don't know, I feel like she gave up too easily. Mm-hmm. And Joe Fox wasn't really sorry at the end of it. He was all he said was, oh, won't you just forgive me for this little thing that I did of putting you out of business? How can you not forgive me? And it's like, Joe, that's not an apology. That's not an apology.